So as some of you might know, it's October now, which means that the drawing challenge of Inktober has started. And for my, I guess, submission, well, the first day is a fish. So that's what I'm drawing right now. So if you don't know what Inktober is, basically, every day of the month of October, you're given a different prompt that you need to draw. But there's a few different is from just like getting normal prompts. One of which being that you actually have to draw in ink and you can't erase. Now, as you can see, I'm not really doing ink, but that's because as a part of the rules, you can actually do a pencil layer so that you can erase and then go over it afterwards with ink. So you are allowed to do that. So once I get to the actual inking stage, you'll see that I will not erase, which I'm doing right now. So as you could tell, I added horns and teeth to the fish. Those are not normal for a fish, as you could probably tell. But the reason why I added them was because, like, it's October. October has Halloween, so decided it would be fun. In the bottom right corner, you will see that I tested out with different types of inks because this is actually the first time that I'm actually working with this sort of style, a more inky style. But in the end, I think it actually turns out really, really good, actually. Right now, I'm working on the fins, and in the reference picture that I have for them, the fins are actually less of like actual fins and more of like almost like separate. I don't know how to describe them, but they don't look like fins, so I try to emulate that as much as possible by doing separate lines. I also added stripes to the fish, which aren't originally there in the reference photo. I sort of wanted to make it my own, and the stripes, the actual fish is orange, so orange and black, Halloween, so. And at this point, I'm doing the shading. Now, normally I would do something called cell shading, where it's sort of similar to what I'm doing, except instead of actually filling it in with strokes, I would line where I want the shadow to be, and then and then once that area is separated, I would go on a separate layer, and then I would fill that layer and put it on multiply. That way, it looks more like a shadow. But I can't really do that since the only color I have to work with is black. So I'm working on thickening some of the lines to make it seem a bit more organic, then adding a little bit more shadow, because I felt like the face was sort of plain and bland. But yeah, that's basically it. I'm just adding a few final touches with the shading. Yeah. I don't know why I added that thing on the sort of nose area, because like it's supposed to look like a shadow, even though there really wouldn't be a shadow there. But yeah, that was my drawing. I hope you enjoyed. I'll probably be posting tomorrow and the day after, because that's sort of how this thing works.